In this lesson is all about the sine trig ratio. So again, let's talk about some calculator tricks. Get your highlighter out and let's look. We actually have a sine button on our calculator. It's going to be this button right here. So go ahead and highlight that. And then we'll write our sine ratio over here. So sine of my angle equals opposite over the hypotenuse. And then we have the inverse sine function that we can do on the calculator. So here we're going to hit second, and then we're going to hit sine again, and that will give me my inverse sine. And that helps me to discover my angle. So sine inverse sine of opposite over the hypotenuse equals the angle. Now again, I'm going to go through and I'm going to do all the algebra tricks for the sine ratio. I'm going to go ahead and write those out, and then I'd like you to copy those down and listen to that so we can get that information. Okay, so here's all your calculator tricks for sine. All the algebra is already done out for you. So you see here, if we have our angle missing, we're going to do x equals the inverse sine of opposite over hypotenuse. And again, you can either do the opposite divided by the hypotenuse, or you can use the cool little function on your calculator where you do alpha y equals enter. If your opposite is missing, then you're going to do the hypotenuse times the sine of the angle. And if your hypotenuse is missing, you're going to do the opposite divided by the sine of the angle. And I realize I wrote this wrong to begin with. This isn't secant, this is cosecant. So cosecant would be the opposite of sine. You'll see it as CSC. So if you see CSC, that means cosecant, and that means sine flipped upside down. So that's the hypotenuse over the opposite, or if you're just trying to figure out what the numerical value for it is in your calculator, you can do 1 over sine of the number.